Hello, my darlings. Welcome to your daily short kiss, keeping it spiritually simple. I am going to be using the Angel Wisdom Tarot, but first of all, I am using the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck just to get an overriding message for you for today. So let's see what Spirit wishes to say for you. For those that most need to hear this message today, Direction Guardian, choose your path. There is obviously a time for you at this place in your life where you are undecided about perhaps what to do or where to do this, what choices to make. And in terms of the Direction Guardian, it is to say that you will receive guidance. A guardian tends to mentor, a guardian tends to protect. So it is important at this time that you recognize that whatever advice or assistance or words of support, words of encouragement that you receive at this time, to listen intently, to listen consciously, because through them, the universe, if you're resonating with it, the universe is speaking to you. So this is the Direction Guardian, to choose your path. You can see messages come in many, many different forms. And so let's see what wishes to come out from you from the Angel Wisdom Tarot. Thank you, Spirit. Can you show me, for those that most need to hear it, the card that represents their energy? Thank you, Spirit. Look at that, the Six of Swords moving on. So what I feel for so many of you, and there's the Page of Swords on the bottom of the deck. The conflict, chaos, challenge, the circumstances that you have been dealing with have guided you, pushed you, encouraged you to date to move on from something, to move through something, to have your eye on the future, to set sail, literally, as this card is doing. And you have successfully to date navigated some open waters, some waters where you didn't know which way to go, but you've used your inner compass. And I'm using the analogies because this is what Spirit has given me at this time. You've used your inner compass to guide you, and you're so close now to coming to a space, a place in your life that is different from where you've been. And that's because you're different now. You're different, having taken a certain journey, having moved on, moved through, moved past something. Now, you may have had some big encouragement from the universe in terms of that little shove, I tend to call it, that little push just to go in a certain direction. But you've already come so far, they're saying. And there is within you a feeling of a completion coming very soon, a feeling of a success coming soon, a feeling of something new coming soon as well. And that's that feeling of hope. That's that you can feel it in the air. This is a crystal clear, beautiful day. It's like spring days. It's much easier, isn't it, to feel it in the air. And that's because everything is birthing anew around us. And so we get that natural sense of spring, that natural sense of new beginnings. And this is something that do you see here with the posts here, you're very much, well, these are actually the swords, you're very much being guided, that sense of clarity, that sense of direction. So in terms of choosing your path, many of you already have chosen a path, and it may feel that you're not quite sure what to do now, but just trust, just go with the winds of change. The sailor never goes against the wind. Even if it's taking him in another direction, he'll always tack with the wind. So just go where spontaneously, naturally, life is taking you at this time. You cannot go wrong if you respond and go with those winds of change at this time. And alongside of that, and I'm feeling that this, because the Six of Swords and the Page of Swords make Seven of Swords, which talks about an interesting situation you have been in situ with, but you are moving on from it. And as an analytical approach, to what you have come from, come through, and moving towards. The universe wishes for you, your soul spirit wishes for you to be almost analytical in your approach of investigating your own truth of the situation, because sometimes we can get carried away with the currents of emotion or the winds of change, and it feels right for us. And this is just this point of time where you're ready now. You're dressed up warm and ready for the snow. You're ready now for a certain new clarity to come in for you. You're ready. This is a sort of a new, something new that you didn't know before. And it is something you've always known, but it hasn't come up to the surface yet. So you've always known it subconsciously, but a truth is going to be presented to you that you may not want to hear, but is actually the start of a deeper understanding of yourself. And remember, pages are always about transitions. They're always about beginnings. And remember that everything is connected. Everything is, I'm going to say, coordinated, co-created with you and the universe, because you are the universe. So everything is beautifully arranged in a sacred pattern for you. And so this grain of truth, and it is a grain of truth because it's going to grow in you in a very strong way. This grain of truth is coming now because it's meant to come now. So, and it's going to help you choose your path. So consciously listen, consciously observe who's coming across your path at this time. Who do you know that wholeheartedly supports you and that you have a connection with, that is based on one of trust and the giving and sharing of information that is naturally feels like it resonates with both of you equally. Somebody who could be a complete stranger to you, but is not to your soul, may come forward, or has already come forward. But there is a presentation of, it's almost like there's a presentation with the sword upright here. It's like somebody's about to be knighted. And knights are those that are up for the challenge and up for the adventure. So this is really interesting. And let's see what Spirit's advice is for you. Thank you. Please show me more with thank you. Yeah, it's the Ace of Fire. So take that information, see what transformation, that transference of information gives you in terms of your desire, your realizations. Remember, realizations change your reality because you shift into another energetic vibration because of realizations. Realizations are essential truth, source energy, always for your greatest good. So take that information, transfer it from the analytical, logical, and realization into, what am I going to do with this? What does this mean for me now? Because this is the Ace of Fire, and this is about, as it says here, opportunity, creativity, and action. This is about new beginnings, new ideas, new projects, new inspiration for you, completely supported, of course it is, by Spirit. And there are various different stages of the trees here in their natural cycle, which is to say that within your life already, and this is to take that moment again, is to consider where previous new beginnings have led to for you. What have they culminated in? What has grown? What is growing? What is starting to grow? It's almost like categorizing different things in your life it's almost like if you took everything in your life. We can talk about material possessions, we can talk about things that are important to you, we can talk about relationships. If you actually made an image of absolutely everything in your life and you laid it out in some huge space, like a warehouse or something, and you actually went through it all, what is important to you? What would you want to give away? What would you want to throw away? What would you want to keep and treasure? It's almost like, doing a catalogue in your mind, and it makes us rethink our lives, because sometimes we can get caught up in our own pattern, our own way of doing things that we've done for so long, we don't know any other way. And this sort of slightly jolts us, because this is all newness for you now. This is something that's new for you now. And I love to see with the Ace of Fire that this is a little girl here, you see. So this is to say, my darling, let that inner child out to play at this time. Be curious about what life's about to bring in for you. Be excited about what life's about to bring in for you. This is, treat it as child's play, as imagination, as something that's really innocent, that's really wonderful. And remember that wands are about your action, your desires, and the drive that you have. Where does that drive come from? It comes from your feelings. So rest assured that whatever is coming in for you is going to be a motivator, a really big motivator for you, for some new beginning. Let's have a look to see what else. It's spirit working through you, my darling. It's spirit working through you. And whether it is a new idea, a new beginning, or simply a new concept, a flip in your mind about something, make a point of noting. Point to self when you had that realization, when that new idea. Make a point of it, write it down, put it in a date, and say, universe, I see this. I see this as a turning point for me. Thank you. And I'm open to receiving all that's intended for me now at this point in my life. Because there is going to be a choice for you to make. And it's a good choice, okay? It's a good choice because you have moved on, you have released, you are feeling relieved. And, relief is an extraordinary feeling. Oof, even that feeling, it's a joyous feeling. It is one of those words, relief, that it is more difficult than not to express in words, because it is soul felt. It's a little bit like trying to express what love feels. I feel relief is a very similar word, a similar concept of emotions that is difficult to express. Most people express it literally in expressing by saying, I feel relieved. And so they are naturally, spontaneously being relief, because to exhale is to release, to let go. To inhale, to breathe in, is to take in life force energy. It is part of the expression that we have when we are inspired. So to be inspired is to take a breath in. So I love the fact that you're in a sense in a place of relief, because that is showing you've literally released so much, and you have a sense that you're on your right path. And of course you are, my darling. So let's see what's coming in for you. Thank you, Spirit. Well, there we go. You couldn't ask for a more beautiful end to this reading. You have two major arcanas here, two major life experience cards for you. The first card I saw was the Sun. Ooh. I'm sorry, just waiting to see if it's next door's dogs, but I'm going to ignore it for the moment. Do you know, I've used these cards a lot, and this is the first time, thank you, Spirit, they're showing me, it's not that I haven't seen the angel before, but what I'm hearing is Superman, Superwoman. There is going to be such a, what's coming in for you is such a wonderful feeling of joy and excitement and growth, and so much energy that's come from this wonderful opportunity, this wonderful sort of new concept that you have, a new beginning that you have. There is so much, and you're open to it all, and you're open to receiving it all. And there is independently going to be a lot of different things that are happening in your life that are all growing from the same earth, the same foundation here with the sunflowers. So there's going to be a sort of patchwork, if you can imagine that patchwork pattern of your life, of all sorts of independent happenings happening for you that you're going to recognize are all coming because of your where you are in your life, because of where your energy is, where your focus is at this time, and it is one of growth. So that is beautiful. The Sun card is the happiest card in the deck, and alongside of that, of course, you have joining that is the Wheel, because the Wheel, my darling, is the card of being open, of embracing it all, of appreciating life cycles, of approaching life from a spontaneous way, of being open to things happening with a little bit of magic, of being open to things happening beyond that we can believe. So we have a tendency, because we have a certain perception of reality, to not quite believe that something extraordinary could happen for us. And the universe is saying with a wink, don't put that out there. Just say, I'm open to receive endless, infinite possibilities within my natural cycle, within divine design for me. And it is to say that something really rather special and really rather unexpected is coming in for you. And it's because now you're ready to receive it energetically as well. So there we are, my darlings. That is your reading for today, Wednesday, the 3rd of May. My readings are timeless, so it is whenever you've been guided to see this reading. I trust that it's helped those that have resonated with it. If you'd like to have a personal reading, you know that I do offer as my gift back to you the Pay What You Can 30-minute online readings. Thank you as ever for your likes. If you like this video, you resonate with me, you resonated with the video, thank you as ever for your wonderful comments, your shares, your mentions, and for those of you who have become members of this channel. I am eternally grateful to you, all my darlings, and I'm now moving on with doing the rest of the May reading. So much love to you, and have a rest of a beautiful day wherever you are. Take care. Bye-bye.